Hello and welcome. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's talk about this upcoming week. This is Arumba's agenda, February the 2nd. This is episode 2. So, on the stream that I did a few nights ago when I first moved into the new office, the hypothetical office, which if you missed the hypothetical move, then you might not be aware. We did something a little bit different. I actually did a poll where people could respond about like what their favorite games are. And it was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing, so there were about 375 responses, which is not really a huge sample size relative to the 41,000 subscribers there are, but it's still pretty accurate as far as, you know, what most people prefer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to base the games that I play this week based on feedback from the viewers. And if you want to have an impact on what I play the following week, not this current week, but the one after, there will be a link in the description down below to take a poll that would be valid for this upcoming whole week. So at any point in the week, you can go and you can make, vote for, rank your games. So the way that this works is this score, like what does this 2.2 mean? I like Poll Junkie because unlike, say, what's that one that just is like on the scratch pad? Oh shoot, I forget. Doesn't really matter. You don't just vote for one game. What you do is you actually click and drag these and you can rearrange them in your preferred order. So you put your favorite game at the top and your least favorite game at the bottom. And then what it does is it takes the overall average score for every title and then presents them in order. So 2.2. Well, that means that some people put it at first place, some people put it at, say, third place, and so then it averages out to about 2.2. So, whatever the actual viewers vote for is what it ends up getting. So what this information means is that, by and large, people prefer Crusader Kings 2. That's the absolute favorite game. That's what most people want to see. Second place is EU4. And then third was Elder Kings. Now, very interestingly, Civilization 5, I haven't played this in 6 months, and it showed up very high on the rankings, higher than Skyrim, FTL, or all these other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to mimic or base the quantity and type of games that I play based on what people are voting for. Possibly even adding in a new title each week just to see kind of if people would be interested in it. So, without further ado then, this is going to be what I do for this week. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start up a new Civ 5 series. That'll start tomorrow. Since it is a kind of a secondary or tertiary series, it's going to take one of the earlier slots, 3 a.m. Move it to prime time later on if people actually like it. But, yeah, so we're going to bump down one of the EU4 series, one of the CK2 series, in favor of putting in Civ 5. Conquest of Paradise. I'm starting a new series with Northernlion and Mathis on Tuesday. That's one of the reasons why I kind of took away from the Republican Revolution thing. But anyway, this is the game plan. So if you want to see your input affect the content of the channel, then take the poll. The poll's currently live right now, as of before I even made this video, and it looks like this. So let me give you again an example of how this works. So let's say that my favorite game is Hearthstone. It's very likely, right? So you'd put Hearthstone at the top, and then let's say my second favorite's FTL. Just put it there. Maybe I want to see Mountain Blade Warband. Like maybe that's the coolest thing in the world. I want to see that. And so at the very least, make sure that you put your favorite 3 at the top, because that's what matters. The bottom 5 won't matter nearly as much, but you should be diligent. Try to put them wherever you want. I will say, I found out that the Skyrim bug that crashed my Skyrim playthrough as Fredigar is a known vanilla bug, and that there are ways to fix it. So I'm pretty tempted to start up Skyrim again. I really had fun playing Skyrim, which is also why I'm interested, or at least willing to consider playing something like Mountain Blade. On to the actual games and series that are going on right now. You, as of watching this video, will see the final episode of the Conquest of Paradise that I did with Northernlion and Mathis tomorrow. And in hindsight, I think that it was a rather slow series. We were really excited about Conquest of Paradise, really excited about native gameplay, and thought that it was going to be much more dynamic and interesting than it really was. So we're kind of actually happy that it ended accidentally due to a game bug, because it was not really as engaging as we would have liked. So we're going to start something new. We're probably going to be playing in CK2 most likely, but you'll find out on Tuesday. Other than that, Conquest of Paradise, this is definitely not going to last the whole week. We're very, very close to ending Conquest of Paradise. The end of game time is almost up, so it has to end no matter what. I'm also, I think, going to achieve the goal of getting into first place over France, so that's pretty cool. As far as Republican Revolution goes, I really am having fun playing it, but again, I think that I did a bad job in planning ahead. The entire scope of the series was, well, let's not expand outside our de jure border, and let's like put our dynasty in charge of other kingdoms and stuff, and it doesn't really work as a republic. So I'm kind of just sort of playing Republican Revolution, just enjoying the fact that it's a republic since I haven't played a republic in so long. But the premise of the series has failed. So I'm eager to start a new CK2 series where I can actually play it that way, where we spread our dynasty and don't expand outside of a de jure kingdom and just try to paper the map with our name. Or paint the map with our name. But not actually under our direct control. I think that'd be a lot of fun. There's also another CK2 series that's been itching. I've been itching to play. A number of people have suggested it, and I think it's a great idea, which is to play as a Christian heresy. Play like as a Lollard or a Waldensian or whatever, and actually take that country or that realm, kingdom, whatever, and actually make it the dominant religion. Because something really interesting happens in this version of the game now, where if a heresy becomes more common than the parent religion, it becomes the parent religion, and then the original becomes the heresy. So for example, if Bogomolist becomes more common than Catholic, all of a sudden Catholic is a heresy, which is really cool. So I'm curious and eager to do that. Fredegar, I think, is going to get much, much more interesting. Episode 5, which has not yet aired yet, we're out of prison, so things are turning around, and Fredegar is going to continue to do awesome. I almost considered doing two video slots for him, since people ranked it quite high, wherever the other poll was. Elder King's mod for CK2 actually ranked higher, so, but we're just trying to mix it up, whatever. This sounds like, I think, music from Starbound. Yeah, Starbound didn't really go over too well on the channel, but I really think the music's pretty cool. So anyway, that's kind of where things are at. And then finally, since this is also kind of like a channel update where I can just talk to you directly about how things are going, I am moved into the office at the house now, and it's good. It's okay. Nothing is ever perfect. Like, I hate change. I hate change in this respect because it just feels different. Like, I feel like there's a slight humidity problem in this room, and that bothers me. Things feel kind of sticky. And I'm concerned about electronics and how that's going to affect things. I'm also concerned about how it's not quite the right temperature, which is a terrible thing because it's the middle of winter. Even in Florida, it does get cold. It gets down to like 30 degrees. And if it's not warm enough in here in the winter, then that means it's going to be too hot in here in the summer. And in the summer, Florida's garages get to like 110 degrees. They get insanely hot. So this is an office in a garage. So I need to probably spend a significant amount of money to get like a special AC dehumidifier heater unit just for this office, and it'll be worthwhile, I think. We'll see. Outside of that, I think most people have commented that the echo, or reverberation as it's technically called, is not very noticeable. It's very noticeable to me. That's why I want to get it fixed right away, because what happens is while I'm talking, I hear the echo and it distracts me, and then I forget what I was about to do or say. So you might not notice it, but it really throws me off, and I can't stand it. And then I suppose the last channel-related thing was that there was a very annoying bug that happened with a few of the videos. I wouldn't call it a bug, I guess, but I was recording, and as you can see, like I'm recording right now, the microphone's receiving information. For some reason, when I moved my computer from the previous office to this office, the computer decided that, yeah, let's go with the microphone settings advanced, and let's go ahead and allow applications to take exclusive control over this device again. which is just like the stupidest button in existence, because what it does is it makes every program fight each other to like balance your audio for you, and it's just stupid. You get everything exactly where you want it, and then they mess it all up. So it's probably because I use the Blue Yeti, and it's a USB microphone, and when I moved my computer and turned everything back on, it like just defaulted it to normal settings. But anyway, so there were 3 episodes of Republican Revolution that had really quiet audio. So yeah, anyway, outside of that, I got a new desktop background, which is kind of cool. It's computer, it's fun. So yeah, things are going pretty well. Looking forward to seeing how many people respond to this new poll. I'm curious to see if Skyrim or Mountain Blade makes a recovery, and maybe we get to play that a little bit more. But I do want to try to keep a pretty solid amount of the primary content. Like, first place is definitely going to get three slots a day. So, you know, we got 1, 2, 3, probably 4. 50% of content's going to be CK2 because it ranked number 1. And then EU4 ends up with 1, 2, 3 sections. So that's what, 37.5%. And then rank 3 ends up getting the remainder, should be 1, 8, 12.5%. Well, I guess rank 3 in this case was Elder Kings, but that just got one of its own. And then Civ 5 picked up the 3rd slot. So, you know, I'm gonna try to balance it. I think it'll be fun. So again, please do provide your feedback. I think that the more audience engagement there is, the better the channel will do, both for you and for me. You know, it's all about community. It's all about teamwork. So yeah. Anyway, that's where we're at. I'm gonna go play some Civ 5. I think I've got to play some Civ 5 for tomorrow. So have a great evening, week, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you again soon, everyone.